You are listening to Power Marketing with Kevin Lee. Here's Kevin.
So you'd mentioned that this sort of is, to some extent, could link together the metaverse with reality, but the metaverse and it's sort of going through a bit of a transformation at the moment. Obviously, Facebook renamed itself Meta, betting that the metaverse will be a success. But there have been failures in the metaverse before, most notably Second Life, which a bunch of people bet on, and then I don't think there's really anybody using it anymore, although I may be wrong. But it certainly didn't live up to the hype. So what makes this time different?
Yeah, it's a wonderful question. And it's funny because when I saw your question, as I was preparing for the interview, it put a smile on my face. I was actually one of the early Second Life adopters when I was back at General Electric in Connecticut. I was responsible to co-create a recruiting campus on Second Life. That way G could go and hire people outside the US, in a digital way. And, I think it was very early. That was 20 years ago almost. It was very early. And I think even though G had some success with Second Life, there are things that make me think that the metaverse can be a lot more successful moving forward, right? In some ways, I think the technology has changed a lot in the last 20 years. I remember being in Second Life with my little laptop trying to get in and trying to talk to candidates, in a platform. And it was not easy 20 years ago. We barely had 3G. We didn't have 4G or 5G. The hardware was what it was, and the software was not that strong. So that has changed completely in the last 20 years. Secondly, we do spend a lot more time online. If you look at the pandemic in particular and how it accelerated the time that we spend online, Roblox today, which is one of the leading metaverse platforms, a average user on Roblox spend 2.6 hours a day. 2.6 hours a day. Now, I don't know what it does for your mental health, but that's a whole different story. But, those platforms are very sticky as opposed to Second Life, which was, a different experience at the time. And then last but not least, I think when Second Life was there, it was Second Life. And there was really no ecosystem behind or around Second Life. But now if you look at the ecosystem of the metaverse, it's everything. It's NFTs, Dibbs, of course, and many others. It's gaming, it's crypto companies. There's an entire ecosystem of companies building either a metaverse with a lowercase m, which is think about it as a world metaverse. And there's the big metaverse with a big M, which is how to make sure that those things are interoperable and how to make sure that whatever Facebook is building with Meta, which is a $10 billion commitment on the side, is going to be somewhat interoperable with, let's say, Roblox or Minecraft or whatever. So a lot has changed in the last 20 years. Tech has evolved, but time spent has evolved. But last but not least, the ecosystem is very different. There's a very strong infrastructure behind the metaverse right now. And I believe the metaverse is here to stay. If you look at the investment made by Microsoft, Facebook, and many of the platforms over the last year, those are very significant. The metaverse is here to stay.
Kevin Lee's Power Marketing is available on all your favorite podcast networks. Kevin loves helping businesses excel at marketing. Having marketing challenges? Just like Santa in The Miracle on 34th Street, if Kevin can't help you, he'll know someone who can. Find him on LinkedIn, subscribe, or follow.